Guten Tag, Damen und Herren. The 184th Oktoberfest is officially underway in Munich. The mayor of Munich just tapped that keg and the party is rolling as we speak. Hey everyone, I'm Linda from brewnymph.com coming at you with this week's edition of What's Brewing Florida, where we run through events throughout Florida and locally around the Jacksonville area. Let me put these props down. All right, here we go. We've got lots to talk about. First of all, Oktoberfest. Look on brewnymph.com. I have some history about how Oktoberfest got started and a little bit about those beers, okay? Over 6 million people generally attend Oktoberfest each year, and it'll run through October 3rd this year, which is to say that some of the Oktoberfest parties around Florida and Jacksonville have already started, and there were more coming up in the next couple of weeks. So we'll get to that in a minute. But happy Oktoberfest, everybody. I don't know about you, but I love these Oktoberfest beers. I already have had a few of those over the course of the past couple of weeks, and I just love them. I love the maltiness, the sweetness, one of my favorite styles of beer. So Prost to Oktoberfest. All right, on a serious note, how'd you guys fare with Irma this week? That was very nerve-wracking, a lot of damage, a lot of people out of houses without power, all that kind of thing. Hopefully you're doing okay. And for those who aren't doing very well, our friends down at Isla Beer Company have set up a fund, a GoFundMe fund, where they're taking donations for the people in the lower keys. They're actually taking items and supplies down there to the keys, and they're also set up a GoFundMe page for monetary donations. So if you're interested in helping them out, check that out. It's at gofundme.com/Florida Keys Fund. And if you're down in the Fort Pierce area and can take some supplies over to Isla Brewing in Fort Pierce, help them out and take some stuff over. All right, let's get back to some other things that are going on. Hurricane Irma caused a couple of things to be postponed, and we have those going on this week in Jacksonville. First of all, Engine 15 is releasing a bottle of Days Eye Tequila Lime Goza, and they're also doing a Sour Fest. That's today, Saturday, this afternoon. The bottle release starts at 11, okay? Only 100 bottles available of that, and all-day hourly tappings of Sours Berliner Weiss. So let's get on to some other things. Another one that got rescheduled, Aardwolf Brewing last week was supposed to have its 4th anniversary party. That got rescheduled until today as well. They just updated the hourly tap list yesterday. So starting at 2 o'clock, they'll be tapping around 4 beers hourly. So check that out. If you're in the Jacksonville area, head over to Aardwolf. This is the glass from last year. So we'll see what it looks like this year. All right, and what else is going on around here? Also, Playa Linda Bricks Project has its 1-year anniversary this year, and that's down in Titusville. If you guys haven't been to Playa Linda, check the place out. It's pretty amazing. I made my first visit there last Christmas time and wrote about that. There's a story about that on brewnymph.com as well. Get a little bit behind the scenes look there. Also, Hidden Springs Ale Works in Tampa has its anniversary party today, as does Grove Roots Brewing in Winter Haven. Orlando Brewing is throwing an Oktoberfest today over there in Orlando, so if you're in the area, stop by there. Also, if you're in the Tampa area, Big Storm Brewing Pinellas has its Oktoberfest party today. And Bug Nutty Brewing down in Merritt Island. I was just there a couple of weeks ago when I was spending some time in Space Coast. They're also having an anniversary today. I always have a good time when I visit Bug Nutty, and a couple weeks ago was no different. Had a great time there again. So congratulations to everybody having those anniversaries. Cool, and keep on brewing that beer, okay? Elsewhere around Jacksonville, there's a beer fest with Darwin Brewing tastings at Lucky's Market in Neptune Beach. That's today, Saturday. I was fortunate enough to get some of the exclusive Lucky's Market Big Deal beers from Darwin. I did a couple of reviews of those. That's on brewniv.com. This is some really good beer, so if you're around Neptune Beach, check that out today. They'll be doing spin the wheel for some prizes and some other things like that. Now our friends over in St. Augustine, Bog Brewing, they've been doing Sour Saturdays. I've gotten 2 of those beers so far, a Blackberry Berliner and a Raspberry Berliner, and these guys are nailing these Berliners. I loved both of them. So Sour Saturdays is now a thing at Bog until they run out of those beers. And let's see, what else do we have on? There's a First Sisters Adoption and Raffle at Atlantic Beach Brewing, craft course with Southern Swells and at Really Good Beer Stop. And other than that, our friends over at Brews are having their free pizza for college football. That starts today. All right, speaking of football, who's excited the NFL is back? All right, we've got the Jacksonville Jaguars with their home opener here in Jacksonville on Sunday. Now, if you're looking for a way to get to that game, Jack's Brew Bus has it figured out for you. They will be picking up from both of the Brews locations, Atlantic Beach and Bartram Park, taking you to the game, drink some beers on the bus, buy those growlers. They're giving you a discount at Brews for the second one, and then after the game, the bus will bring you back. So if you need more information on that, go to jacksbrewbus.com and sign up for it there. So home opener against the Titans, that's on Sunday. There's also a chili cooking contest at Really Good Beer Stop with a coat drive. And our friends over in Tallahassee, Grasslands Brewing, is also having an Oktoberfest party as well. So lots of things to do, lots of places to go, and check all these things out. Getting into next week, okay? We've got Talk Like a Pirate Day on Tuesday, September 19th. Well, that ought to be interesting. And also, starting on Tuesday, who got any of this last year? Was this awesome or what? Green Room with its Yates Manifesto. They'll be releasing a different variant of this every day starting Tuesday. Let's see, this was the vanilla one, and as I recall, this one was amazing. And I think the vanilla and the coffee were my favorites last year, and I think he's doing both those again this year, so I'm looking forward to that. There's an Oktoberfest tapping party at Seven Bridges on Tuesday the 19th. Taco Tuesdays at Wicked Barley. Okay, going into Wednesday, new beer tappings at Hyperion, Welcome Wednesdays, and another edition of Yates Manifesto Stout, okay? This one will be the Cocoa Nibs on Wednesday. Pint Night at Engine 15, Crafts and Drafts Mosaics class at Bottlenose with Ladies Night. Ladies Night Spotlight at Hyperion. They've been doing women-owned business spotlights over at Hyperion. Interesting. Check those out if you're around there. They give you a price discount on the beers as well. Painting with a Twist at Green Room. Thursday tapping, and another Yates Manifesto release. This one would be the coffee. Thursday night at Wicked Barley, Creative Grain Wood Sign Workshop at Southern Swells, and the monthly Dogs for Dogs charity night at Brews and Dogs, St. Augustine, will feature Funky Buddha. So if you're around St. Augustine, check that out on Thursday. Going into Friday, happy fall. It'll be the first day of fall on Friday, the 22nd. And Southern Swells will be doing a Revenge on Irma beer release that day, where they'll be donating $1 to Relief Fund. So if you're around Jack's Beach, check that out. Hyperion will be starting fall flights, some fall beers, and another Yates Manifesto release. This one, the Vanilla Bean, on Friday. Some beer tastings at Total Wine. Swamphead will be having its Oktoberfest. J-Dub's Brewing Night at Really Good Beer Stop. Narbucho launch party at Atlantic Beach Brewing. Cigar City Tap Takeover at Magnolia's Pub in Jax. And that then will bring us over to next Saturday. So heads up on some next Saturday things. We're really starting to get into our Oktoberfest on the 23rd, okay? Intuition with its Oktoberfest party. If you were at that one last year, what a fun time out in the back. The music's playing, the pretzels, stein holding competitions, all kinds of things at Intuition. Also, Wicked Barley with its second annual Oktoberfest. That'll be next Saturday, the 23rd. And another Yates Manifesto release on Saturday, that being the coconut version. There will also be Tomoka Fest at our friends in Port Orange. That's their version of Oktoberfest, where they tap a Tomoka Fest beer. And let's see, down in Orlando, there's a Florida IPA challenge that's running a couple of weeks. That's also today and next Saturday, where they're trying to figure out the best IPA. It's a blind taste and it's voted on. Another Oktoberfest at Big Storm next week, also at Paradise Brewing in Clearwater. A couple of anniversaries. 26 Degree Brewing has its anniversary next week. And First Magnitude also with an Oktoberfest next Saturday the 23rd. Following that, the Jaguars are in London on Sunday the 24th. And a couple of brunches if you're around Jacksonville. Seven Bridges will have annual Eggs and Kegs and Wicked Barley with a game day brunch for the London game. And other than that, all of this stuff is on brewingif.com, so please check it out. I update these events daily, hourly, whenever I see things come through. And coming up further in the month, Proof Brewing Tap Invitational. That'll be at the end of September over there at Tampa. Each brewery is bringing a couple of rare or not seen so often beers to tap at this event. Should be a lot of fun out there. Brew at the Zoo in Jacksonville will be in November, and our friends at Bold City will be having an anniversary in October that they just announced, October 21st. So if you're around Jacksonville, keep that one in mind. Always a great party. Coming up into November, Intuition with an anniversary, Florida Brewers Guild, Sour, Cider, and Barrel Fest at Intuition, and the Hop Harvest over in the Pacific Northwest is going on right now. So look for a lot of new beers with new hops. And lastly, our friends over at Main and Six. Let's give them a shout out because they just did their first brew this week and they're brewing more so they can fill their fermenters and get that place open over there in Springfield and Jacksonville. Hey guys, I think that's about it. Thanks so much for your time. Oh, one last thing. Also, next Saturday will be Zwanzi Day, the worldwide toast, and there are 2 locations in Florida that is hosting that. One's over in Green Bench in Tampa, and one's at Laser Wolf down in South Florida. So, looking for a road trip? Go check that out. Guys, that's it for this time around. Hope you fared Irma, and we will see you next time. Enjoy Oktoberfest, and see you next week at some of those parties. In the meantime, have a great week, and see you out there. Prost!